How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing good. And we're gonna watch a special video. This is an easy peasy history of the Philippines. I love learning about the Philippines, as you know if you watch my channel. My wife's from the Philippines. I have a son that's half Filipino. I have another baby that's in the oven, if you know what I mean. My wife's pregnant. So I love learning about the Philippines, the culture, and the people, and everything about it. We visited the Philippines since my wife's been here. She's been here going on 4 years. We've went back 3 times already, and we're going to keep going back. We may live there one day. And I absolutely love to know where my wife come from, why the way she is, and the culture that she grew up in, the culture she lived in. Because I want to teach my kids. I want to teach my kids because it should be a part of them because they're part Filipino. They got the Filipino blood in them. So I need to know the history of the Philippines. I need to know the culture of the Philippines. I need to know the people of the Philippines. I just need to know. I need to know. I'm that curious. Maybe I was supposed to be born in the Philippines, who knows, because I absolutely love the Philippines. So for now, we're gonna watch and react to this easy peasy history of the Philippines, and then we'll talk about it a little bit afterwards. And if you like the reaction and you like Filipino content, because I do a lot, I do other content, but Filipino content, we will vlog more and more and more. Also, it's kind of a mixed channel. If you like those type of things, definitely consider subscribing, definitely consider liking, and definitely share the video. I would truly appreciate it. But for now, let's watch and react to easy peasy history of the Philippines.
An easy peasy history of the Philippines.
I'm ready. Let's learn.
Birthplace of boxer Manny Pacquiao.
I love the Pac-Man.
Peas member Apple the App. Home of binturongs. They smell like popcorn. Really?
Binturongs?
30 volcanoes. And delicious, delicious foods. Seafood, fresh fruit, cheap alcohol. Did we mention the banana ketchup?
I've had cheap alcohol there, I ain't gonna lie.
That's a real thing in the Philippines. If you think all of that sounds pretty great, well, we're here to tell you.
I have banana ketchup in the refrigerator right now.
But how did the Philippines become the Philippines of beautiful culture and wonderful foods? A place where tourists can see volcanoes and whale sharks.
And beautiful people.
Let's look at some history and figure it out. The Philippines is an archipelagic county, which means it's made up of a lot of islands.
7,300, I think?
8,000 islands to be exact.
8,000.
That's a ton of islands.
They've added it.
But actually, only 2,000 are inhabited. In fact, over 2,500 of them are not even named. And more are being discovered every day. Around 25,000 years ago, an indigenous people of dark complexion, called Negritos, traveled from Malayan Indonesia over to the islands of the Philippines. Easy peasy. The
Very cool.
would be considered the first people to inhabit the Philippines. There is some archaeologic evidence that there may have been people on the islands many thousands of years before then.
Wow.
But it's still a bit up in the air.
Wow.
3000 BCE, waves of Indonesians traveled by sea and landed in the Philippines. And in 200 BCE, the first Malayan settlers arrived from South China.
A lot of mixed people.
Filipino culture was heavily influenced by the Malays, and many Filipino peoples have grown out of intermarriages between Malay and indigenous peoples. In the 1300s AD, the Philippines began trading extensively with India, Indonesia, China, and Japan.
All their neighbors.
Traders from Indonesia introduced Islam to the Filipinos. In 1521, Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan would be the first European to discover the
Magellan.
islands. Of course, the islands had already been discovered many times before
by
many different people.
He didn't actually discover it,
that
but
was kind of how the cookie crumbled back in the day. Magellan named the island the archipelago of San Lazaro. Easy peasy, right? Wrong. Unfortunately for Magellan, he sailed to the island of Cebu and Christianized the local king, or Raja. But
King Raja
of the island of Mactan rebelled against Cebu.
Really? I didn't know that. Lapu-Lapu.
Took 2,000 men and defeated...
Been there many times.
Magellan died in the fight, 6 weeks after he had discovered the Philippines.
Only 6 weeks? Whoa.
Don't worry, there's a white obelisk marking the spot where Magellan was killed. Not bad. In 15...
It's where I stay is Mactan Island.
An expedition led by Ruy Lopez de Villalobos claimed the islands for Spain and named them the Philippines after Prince Philip. Prince Philip would go on to become King Philip II of Spain, and the Philippines became part of the Spanish Empire.
Right.
In 1872, 3 Filipino priests were executed by the Spanish colonizers. the
Boo!
Their supposed complicity during an uprising of Filipino workers at a naval yard. The priests Gomez, Burgos, and Zamora, referred to as Gomburza, one of the earliest portmanteaus.
That's sad.
Jennifer and Brangelina, have nothing on these guys, became martyrs and helped to inspire the beginnings of
awesome.
nationalism. In 18
Rise up!
Filipino doctor, poet, author, and nationalist Jose Rizal wrote a famous novel, Noli Me Tangere, The Lost Eden, which was a diatribe against Spanish administration and the religious orders in the Philippines. Easy peasy. Because of this, he was exiled from the Philippines. In 1896, while on the way to Cuba to serve as a doctor, Rizal was forced to return to Manila. Once there, he was arrested for revolution, tried, and sentenced to death by a firing squad. His execution set the country aflame, causing a revolution to break out. But when the Treaty of Paris ended the Spanish-American War in 1899, the Spanish ceded the Philippines to America. The Filipinos were not down with this, though, and they declared
I don't blame them.
Began a guerrilla war effort against the U.S.
You should keep your own land. You should.
After the American governor of the Philippines, William Taft. Yes, the Taft that would one day be the 27th president of the USA. Improved economic conditions, settled disputes over land ownership, and allowed Filipinos to study in the U.S., which helped modernize the country.
That's good. That's good.
30 years later, in 1934, the U.S. promised Philippine independence, to be effective in 1946, allowing plenty of time for this transition to take place.
Right.
A year later, the Filipino people approved a constitution, created the Commonwealth of the Philippines, and named Manuel Quezon y Molina as president.
Manuel Quezon y Molina.
The Japanese invaded.
Japan!
World War II.
Nasty time.
MacArthur and President Quezon was forced to establish a government in exile. 3 years later, Quezon died, but Vice President Sergio Osmeña took over as president, and General MacArthur reinvaded the Philippines. Easy peasy. MacArthur liberated Manila. Great job. And then President Osmeña established the government once more. And finally, in 1946, just like the U.S. promised, the Philippines became an independent nation. Manuel Roxas y Acuña was elected the first president of the new independent nation. Today, the Philippines is known for its rich biodiversity, rainforests, beaches, mountains, and is a great place for tourism.
Beautiful.
It produces and exports more coconuts than any other country in the world.
Fun fact.
Delicious. More than 90% of Filipinos speak English, and many are multilingual. In fact,
my wife is
the 5th largest English-speaking nation. Easy peasy. The Philippines is the top supplier of nurses in the world. Thank you so much, nurses, for helping us to heal when we're sick.
Yes.
And Filipinos love basketball and boxing.
Manny.
Volcanoes,
Manny.
some of them are still active. The Puerto Princesa Underground River, the Chocolate Hills, the Banao Rice
Been the Chocolate Hills.
or the beautiful beaches of the island of Boracay. Great job, Philippines.
Boracay.
If you love learning about the history of the
Yes.
Philippines, it's easy peasy to click to subscribe.
Very fun video, very entertaining video, very educational video. The Philippines, so many people from so many different countries just came, you know, throughout its history, from when it first discovered people there. Even before that, they say they found bones, and it was probably inhabited by somebody. And I'm just so glad that the Philippines got its independence. What did it say, 1946? Well deserved. It's a shame for World War II and what happened there. That was such a horrible time. I know Manila pretty much got destroyed during that time. But the Philippines are getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And it's developing, and it's developing into a great, great country. I absolutely love the Philippines. Thanks for the history lesson. It's some history that I can share with my children. Just such a wonderful place, beautiful place. I have high remarks towards the Philippines, to the Philippines, and to the Philippines people. Every time I went there, I've been treated with nothing with nothing but with respect, and I appreciate that greatly. Here in the United States, there's a lot of angry people everywhere. Trust me, if you've never been to the United States, people can get a lot of crazy for the most stupid reasons. Stupid reasons. Just a wonderful experience, the Philippines. That's what it's been for me. And if you want to see videos of me in the Philippines, click on my subscribe button, and definitely click on my videos and scroll down, and you'll see me and my family in some videos where we were in the Philippines just about 2 months ago. I mean, we were there in June, so it hasn't been that long, and we're going to go back next year, of course, and maybe live there one day. If things work out, that's what we want to do, you know. I want my children to experience the Philippines. 2 of the 3 are half Filipino, so anyway, that's my thoughts. Those are my feelings. Those are my reactions. If you like the reaction, like I said, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Definitely share the video, and I will see you next time. Peace.